cactus should look like this, not like this. No snow. And the roads should look like this. Sunny, not like this, although that is beautiful. Like this. Sunny, not like this. Hi y'all, it's Kimberly here again. I just ate at Panda Place? What's it called? Panda Place? Not Panda Express. God, I can't remember the name. Beef and broccoli, one of my favorites. I've been out all day doing errands because the snow is gone, thank goodness, and things are so much better now. Much better, much more accessible, at least around this part of town, but there is still some issues with people getting water. I think Houston having a major crisis with the clean water, fresh water, and parts of East Texas, I think they're having issues too, and a lot of the power has already been restored, but there's still quite a few, several, I don't know, thousands or hundreds of thousands of people that haven't gotten power back, and the water, the power, and the heat is still an issue for some people because it's still dropping down to the 20s or 30s at night. Not in the teens, thank goodness, no more. And a lot of these people are probably worried about their jobs. They've missed a lot of work. A lot of places have been shut down. On the way up to my town, going from town to town, I noticed that there's a strip of like industrial businesses that are usually, half of them are usually open on Saturday, and a lot of them were, probably about maybe 1/4 of them were open, and you could see the parking lots were clear. There was no cars, nothing. So I guess to conserve energy, a lot of them were still closed down, and I don't know how long it's going to be. I've heard that it might be resumed by next week, and then I've heard it might be for several weeks after that. That was a very loud car. God. Okay. It's about a half a mile away already. Can't even see his lights, but it was very loud. Very annoying. Made me lose my train of thought. Oh, yeah. There's no timeline on when they think that the businesses might start reopening due to the weather, not the pandemic, but I've seen a few different things online that could be weeks before they get restored to normal business hours. And a lot of the schools are not, they weren't open here, and I guess some of them, I think most of them are going to resume next week or a week, maybe the week after, I can't remember. I just read a little bit about that, and it depends on the power and electric. Oh, and a lot of the schools got damage from water damage. The pipes busted, and the ceilings, some of the ceilings were so overloaded, and they leaked and got into electrical systems and things like that. So there's a lot of damage for some schools and even other businesses too. They're going to have to be repaired. They've got to go through insurance services, and it's just a big hassle. It's just been really awful. And I think this area I live in is, I want to say maybe about 70 or 80% already back to pretty much regular, other than the few businesses, like I said, that did get a lot of damage that they can't reopen. And some of them have shortened their hours, or have to block off part of their building or whatever to the public. They're trying to just salvage whatever they can. And this is just so, I mean, I wasn't in the worst part of it, thank goodness. And for the people that were, I mean, I can't imagine, because this is, I know I said it before in the other videos, the event, the traumatic event of this weather. And like I was saying, that some people down south, they don't have heat in their houses because they don't need it. And very rarely do they need it. They might have a space heater, but along the border in the very southern part of Texas, a lot of houses are built without heat. They might have a fireplace, or like I say, just buy space heaters for, a few nights out of the winter that they might need it. But people are, going to have to cope with that, especially if the weather gets worse. Like they're saying, the climate is changing, and this is something possibly for Texas, that we're going to have hotter summers and colder winters, which that's not what I want. And the winters are pretty mild here, and we do have cold nights and little spells of cold, but not like this. And the summers are very, very hot. And I had actually thought about moving out of Texas later on because of the heat, because the heat just, 105, 110 degrees is just, it's hard to put up with. And it lasts for months. And I know it's not as bad as Arizona or the southern end of California, but it's extremely hot, and it's dry, and I mean, it just bakes you, And there's some people that are, well, I think I've kind of changed my mind about moving. I mean, I really don't want to leave Texas. I love Texas, and I've thought about moving maybe further up in the Panhandle, maybe later. I don't know. It just depends. And there is some, okay, there's a lot of price gouging going on, and in violations of the antitrust laws for price fixing, or just gouging the cost of electric power. There was a guy that, I don't know if it was around $7,000 was his bill, I think. And then there was another person that they got like a $15,000 bill. There's people getting these bills that are thousands of dollars, and that is so just disgusting and unconscionable for electric power companies to do this in this time period. It's outrageous, and it's 100% illegal. It is just a total price gouging violation, and possibly, violation of antitrust laws. And to do that to somebody in this time is, I can't believe that would happen. But the greed of these companies, that, if they can get away with it, then they'll try. And that's, I mean, can you imagine opening your bill and finding $7,000? I would think it was a mistake. Well, that's just what I think about that. It's just unbelievable. And that did happen to me one year. The gas went up triple what it normally was. We had a really cold winter one year, and this was about 20 years ago. And like, my bill was normally like maybe 100, and at the most, maybe $100 at the most. And it went up to like $259 or something like that for 1 month, in a small trailer, like a mobile home. It was like a one bed, well, it was a 2-bedroom, but it was like a normal size bedroom. Then it had like a kid's room or something on the end, so it really wasn't very big at all. And I remember I grabbed and grabbed at the gas company, and the lady cried, and I didn't curse at her, I didn't yell at her, I didn't call her names, nothing. It was nothing personal. I just kept, you know, complaining. It's illegal. It's, this is something, like a antitrust violation or price gouging. And she's crying, and I could hear in the background everybody, all the operators were getting complaints. And they transferred me to the guy who was he was like the top director, manager, or whatever of the gas company in this town. But he was out of town. He was at a conference, and they patched me through to him in his hotel room, and he used his computer there to try to adjust the price for me. And because I called and I was complaining for hours on end, I was off for the whole day, and I just called and called and called because I'm sure that was so annoying of me, but it was like, I'm not going to tolerate this. It's 1000% illegal, just what they're doing now, the same thing that they're doing now. It's completely illegal. And I hope they get investigated for it, because it just makes me sick that that's happening. Okay, well, I've got to go, and I've got to go take care of my dogs. I bought one of my dogs, Coco Bella. I bought her a brand new harness because she's growing pretty big, and the one I have is kind of flimsy, and she likes to bite at it and fight me when I'm trying to put it on her. So got her this kind of step-in harness. Hopefully that works better, because she's very playful, and I need to take her to the park tomorrow. It's gonna be a beautiful day. It was like over 60 degrees today. I mean, it was like actually kind of burning the side of my face, I think, through the window when I was driving. Okay, good night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.